What's good, YouTube? It's Zach, and today we got NFL Power Rankings. Hope everyone's having an amazing day so far. A crazy week 4 has concluded, and now we're going to take a look at our top 10 teams. But first, let's get right into our honorable mentions. First honorable mention I have is the New England Patriots, and they are coming off a very impressive showing against the Carolina Panthers. And people are like, yes, they are the Carolina Panthers, but they do move to 2-2 and are proving like that wild card team I've stated time and time again on this channel. So good thing they're able to back me up by beating the Panthers by 29. Patriots are back up here for now. Second honorable mention I have is the Pittsburgh Steelers, coming off a pretty decent showing against my Minnesota Vikings in Ireland. Aaron Rodgers still looks pretty old at the quarterback position, but the defense looks a lot better against the Vikings offense that looked unstoppable against the Cincinnati Bengals a couple weeks ago. But as long as the Steelers defense can remain above average and the offense is able to put up 21 points on the board, the Steelers will win a lot of football games, and that's why they're the second honorable mention. And my third honorable mention, welcome back to the Power Rankings. We have the Kansas City Chiefs, who blew the brakes off the Baltimore Ravens. And I do believe the Ravens are a lot better than a 1-3 football team. They just had a very difficult schedule to start the NFL season. I do believe they will still be making the NFL playoffs. But anyways, it's not about the Ravens, it's about the Chiefs, and they blew the brakes off the Ravens. And Patrick Mahomes is back. He threw 4 touchdowns. Taylor Swift and the Swifties are pleased, and now they're back in the honorable mention. Kicking things off at number 10, we have the Los Angeles Chargers, who are coming off a very disappointing effort against the New Jersey Giants, where the Giants got their first win of the season with rookie quarterback Jackson Dart, who was running all over that Chargers defense the entire game. Russell Wilson even came in and completed a pass for 8 yards, which is pretty noteworthy. But Chargers are still a very good team. They do fall quite a bit. I believe I had them at 5 last week. They fall to number 10, but at 3-1, they still remain in the top 10 for now. At the number 9 spot, I have the Seattle Seahawks. Welcome into the top 10. Sam Darnold looking like his old self from the Minnesota Vikings last season. His offensive line is holding up so far. Jackson Smith-Njigba had a really clutch catch to win the game against the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football last week. And the Seahawks, as long as they're still able to look above average on offense, their defense has been really good all season. So the Seahawks come in at number 9. At the number 8 spot, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who did take a very heartbreaking loss to the Philadelphia Eagles this past Sunday. Baker Mayfield in that offense was non-existent, MIA, if you will, in that first half. But Buccaneers, they're going to be one of the 2 to 3 best teams coming out of the NFC. We'll still TBA on the Green Bay Packers, who we'll be getting to in a second. But Baker Mayfield's still looking like MVP form, and they're just going to get more and more healthy once Mike Evans comes back. It was nice to see Tristan Wirfs and Chris Godwin in their return, but Buccaneers coming in at the number 8 spot. Number 7, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know, I honestly think the Buccaneers, Seahawks, and Chargers are a little bit better of a team at this moment in time, but they came off a very impressive win, even with Trevor Lawrence still looking like dog water. Their defense has done a complete 180 from a year ago. I believe they were bottom 3 amongst all categories last year, and they are playing above average. Their special teams has been really good as well. As long as Trevor Lawrence can actually throw a football, around 60 to 65% completion, and just throw some more accurate balls out there, the Jaguars will remain in the top 10 for a while. Very winnable division, but Jaguars are in at number 7. Outside the top 5, I had to do it. We have Indiana Jones and the Indianapolis Colts here. They did put on a better showing than I thought against the Los Angeles Rams. The game was actually, the Colts should have won if it wasn't for Adrian Mitchell having a fumble out of the back of the end zone. When you celebrate too soon, you just drop the ball before crossing the plane. And then he got a holding call on a long, 75-yard Jonathan Taylor touchdown run. The Colts honestly should have won that game, but they're just proved me, at least, that they are a really good football team going toe-to-toe with the Los Angeles Rams. So Colts outside of the top 5 for now, but who knows? Maybe they'll be back in there next week. And now we are at the top 5. Coming at number 5, I have the Green Bay Packers. Yes, I know they took a horrendous loss to the Cleveland Browns, and they just tied the Dallas Cowboys 40-40, but the Packers are still a really good team. I mean, the Cowboys really aren't, so maybe I'm overrating them just a hair here. But even with that crazy performance on Sunday Night Football, I still do believe the Packers are a Super Bowl contender, as much as it pains me to say it. Jordan Love looked pretty solid. I think he had 3 total touchdowns in this game. And the Packers, hopefully are able to get another win. They do have a bye week this week. They're part of the 4 teams that have a bye week, so we'll be seeing them in a couple weeks. At the number 4 spot, I am giving the slight edge to the Detroit Lions. You might be wondering, Zach, the Packers beat the Lions in week 1, and to that I say, sure. And no, but the Lions only have 1 loss on the season. Week 1, they were just kind of getting their bearings without their coordinators for the first time. The last 3 teams is the exact same Lions that we've seen over the past season. Last 3 teams, I mean the last 3 weeks. You guys know what I'm saying here. And Jared Goff, I doubt he's going to be an MVP candidate once again, but Amon-Ra St. Brown proving to be a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. Aiden Hutchinson is a one-man wrecking crew on that defensive front, and the Lions are going to be looking to try to get to the Super Bowl this season. At the number 3 spot, we have the Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford still looking old as dirt, I might add, but he's able to sling that rock around to Puka Nacua, who's arguably been the best wide receiver this season. Jamar Chase has been crashing out because he doesn't have Joe Burrow, if you guys saw the game last night, which is kind of hilarious. But Kyren Williams is struggling on the run front. Blake Corum had a couple clutch first downs. The Rams defense is nasty as ever, even though the Colts kind of handed them that game last Sunday. The Rams are going to be a Super Bowl contender this season. They come in at number 3. Number 2, I had to do it. I dropped the Buffalo Bills 1 spot because I said they had to beat the Saints by 20 to hold that number 1 spot. They ended up almost losing to the Saints through 3 quarters, but then the 4th quarter happened. The Bills ended up winning by double digits. They got the win. They were just kind of trying to get out of there against Spencer Rattler-led team. Josh Allen appears to be 100% healthy, so that nose scare a couple weeks ago was just a scare. James Cook looking like the best running back in the NFL, right behind Jonathan Taylor. You can take your pick between those two. Bills are at the number 2 spot, but it only matters if they're able to get to the Super Bowl. We've been saying this again and again and again. Their regular season team need to get done when it comes January and February. And at number 1, I couldn't put it off any longer. I have the Philadelphia Eagles, who had a pretty impressive win over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They would have been the undisputed number 1 spot had the game ended at halftime, where I think they held the Buccaneers to 6 points. But of course, to the Eagles, so they let the Buccaneers come back into the game, but they still got the win. The 2 undefeated teams are at 1 and 2. I know it's kind of a stereotype, but I mean, they are the 2 best teams in the NFL. You can make a chance for the Rams or the Lions to be better than the Bills right now, but I do think the Eagles are the undisputed number 1 team in football. Jalen Hurts, even with Saquon Barkley struggling, Hurts is still able to get this offense into the end zone. Not as much as I'd like to see, but Eagles hold at number 1. And that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Comment down below, am I too high or am I too low on certain teams? Which team do you think deserves an honorable mention over the 3 that I have provided? But other than that, it's been Zach, and I will see you guys tomorrow for week 5 predictions. And yeah, catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.